3 years ago, humanity launched a machine unlike any that had ever existed, a golden-eyed sentinel called the James Webb Space Telescope. It was built not simply to gaze at the stars, but to look through the very fabric of time itself. Its mission was bold, to reach so far into the depths of the cosmos that it might witness the dawn of everything. Scientists hoped for answers, perhaps even a glimpse of the universe's first trembling moments. But what Webb delivered was something far more disquieting. Instead of merely photographing newborn stars or distant galaxies, it began dismantling the timeline we thought we understood. It revealed ancient giants where there should have been only fledgling sparks, and structures so developed they seemed to have skipped the entire process of cosmic childhood. The further it looked, the more it found things that should not exist, at least not yet. Some of these objects seemed older than time allowed, others defied the very rules of formation. What began as a scientific mission was transforming into something stranger, a slow and deliberate unmasking of the universe's deepest secrets. And all of it began with a single, unnerving truth: the cosmos was never what we thought it was. When Webb's mirrors turned toward the farthest corners of space, astronomers expected to find young galaxies, messy, unshaped clusters of gas and dust, barely formed after the Big Bang. Instead, the images returned revealed vast, mature structures, majestic spirals and stately ellipticals shining brightly less than 1 billion years after time began. In cosmic terms, that is the blink of an eye. Even gravity, the tireless sculptor of the heavens, should not have been able to pull such giants together so quickly. Some scientists have proposed that enormous black holes, hidden in the hearts of these galaxies, could be powering their impossible brightness, but even that does not fully explain the speed of their growth. The accepted story of how the first galaxies formed no longer fits. The opening chapters of the universe must be rewritten, and this time the ink is red with uncertainty. But Webb's revelations did not stop at what it saw. It also measured with a precision no other instrument had achieved, and in doing so, it uncovered a disturbing inconsistency. Two key measurements of the universe's expansion, the rate at which it stretches outward, simply do not agree. Observations of nearby galaxies give one figure, while readings from the ancient cosmic microwave background give another. This cosmological tension is a polite way of saying that something is fundamentally wrong with our understanding. Either our measurements are flawed, or the universe itself is built upon principles we have yet to grasp. As Webb probed further, more anomalies emerged. Galaxies forming too early, stars appearing older than the universe should allow. Vast regions of space where galaxies' spins line up in eerie synchrony, as if following some hidden choreography. One researcher likened it to walking into a forest and discovering every tree growing in the exact same spiral. It is not the randomness we expected. It is a pattern, and patterns beg the question, who or what set them in motion? The surprises extended closer to home. Webb's sharp gaze turned toward distant planets, and what it found was unlike anything we imagined. Worlds with one hemisphere locked in perpetual dawn and the other in unending twilight. Gas giants colder than ice. Planets so light and airy they resemble cosmic marshmallows held together by little more than a whisper of gravity. And then there were discoveries that struck at the heart of our own uniqueness. Water vapor in the habitable zone of a young star, carbon dioxide leaking from the hidden ocean of Europa, auroras glowing on a lonely brown dwarf adrift without a sun. Such findings chip away at the comforting belief that Earth is singular, that life can only bloom under conditions like ours. We have not yet found life beyond our world, but Webb has widened the door for where it could be hiding. The telescope's most remarkable gift is not simply vision, it is awareness. The deeper it looks, the more the universe seems to respond in unexpected ways. Light bends and twists around unseen masses. Gas clouds stretch into shapes that resemble fingerprints. Shock waves ripple through space as if echoing from some colossal, invisible drum. In the Serpent's Nebula, magnetic fields appear to guide newborn stars into alignment. In the Southern Ring Nebula, shells of dust form with uncanny regularity, each one marking the heartbeat of a dying star. To some, these are hints of order where there should be chaos, order that feels, unsettlingly, like design. Then there are the impossible stars, ancient suns so chemically rich they should not exist in the early universe. Heavy elements like iron and oxygen take generations of stellar births and deaths to produce, yet Webb has found them appearing in galaxies less than 400 million years after the Big Bang. It is as though the cosmic clock skipped forward, ignoring the steps we thought were necessary. Some scientists now wonder if time itself flows differently than we assume, perhaps looping, folding, or echoing back upon itself. And always, looming in the background, is the question of dark matter, the unseen force believed to bind the cosmos together. Webb's observations have only deepened the mystery. The galaxies it sees are too perfect, too massive, too organized for their age, unless something invisible is holding them in place. But the way that something behaves doesn't match our predictions. It is almost as if this cosmic glue has a will of its own. Could dark matter be more than one thing? Could it be structured or even aware? For generations, astronomers believed that on a large enough scale, the universe would appear uniform, a random scatter of stars and galaxies. Webb's images have shattered that belief. They reveal vast, repeating patterns, cosmic filaments stretching like arteries across unimaginable distances, galaxy clusters arranged in precise arcs, and structures so vast they seem almost engineered. The giant arc, over 3 billion light-years long, is one such enigma, its symmetry too precise to dismiss as coincidence. If gravity is the architect, then Webb has shown us its blueprint, and it does not look accidental. And then there is the most unsettling discovery of all, not what Webb sees, but where it begins to lose sight. Far at the edge of the observable universe, light behaves strangely. Galaxies fade too quickly, time distorts. Some scientists call this the cosmological horizon. Others whisper about a rendered boundary, as if Webb is brushing against the very edge of reality, like a player in a game who has wandered to the end of the map. Beyond that line, perhaps nothing, or perhaps the observer. We built Webb to study the origins of galaxies, to trace the first sparks of starlight, to read the chemical breath of alien worlds. But somewhere along the way, it began revealing cracks in the story we thought was complete. It showed us fingerprints where we expected chaos, patterns where we expected chance, and echoes where we thought there should be silence. And it left us with the uncomfortable suspicion that the universe we inhabit may not be the one we believed it to be, or even the only one. For perhaps the most haunting possibility is this. The universe has been aware of us far longer than we have been aware of it. Maybe the stars have been waiting, silent and still, for us to build an instrument capable of hearing the question they have been whispering since the beginning of time. Not where are we, but are you ready to see what is truly out there?